tourism.
Here we are.
Bike signal thing. Did you notice that? Nobody crossed even though there was nobody there.
Crazy.
In the parking box. They asked. Oh. There it goes. But wait, we didn't pay anything. I guess we pay when we get back.
And what do we show?
There's only one you can put it here, and there is standing actually. Or there should be. Yes. Very small kitchen.
It's like a sliver of apartment, right?
Slips 5.
4, but we always make the couch work for us.
Some here.
And one more chair on. Oh, there's one more. Yeah.
The roof feels so big compared to the building.
Yeah, right?
Box number 3.
They had it sorted away, right?
It's us. My gosh, it's very new looking. There's nothing.
So this area was a place where the big ships arrived into the middle of Copenhagen until about 30 years ago. Then it was an area after that where it was very dirty and nobody wanted to stay here. But when we came here, it was because I had, at that time, 20 years ago, no money and it was cheap here.
Hi. Kirsten, yes.
Just take my bicycle. And the harbor is just down there. That's where I swim in the morning.
Is that all year round? Or
Yes, all year round, yes. But I came here, this was run down, absolutely awful. This was the pencil factory. This is all the pencil factory. I had no money. I needed a space which was very cheap, and this was very cheap, very, very cheap. Yeah. And you should imagine how awful this was from the beginning.
Yeah?
Yeah. So.
Yeah, I wouldn't describe it as awful now, that's for sure.
No. We had here a floor in concrete and a place where I had 4 desks and nothing much more. So this back part here, this was as awful as the rest. And as I had no money, I was divorced. I sold my house and I needed the money to expand the company. So I had no expense for living. So I was just living here and it was just awful looking at that time. But the only privacy was in there where I could sleep. There was only a bed.
So you wanted to save money and so you just lived where you worked?
Yes.
Was there anyone else living in this area? When
No. And that was nervous to stay here at night because, there was, no fence, nothing. And people came in the night and knocked my windows because it was such an awful area.
Really?
Yes.
There was people coming just to see if somebody was living here, or
if they could steal anything, because it was so rough, very rough.
So you were taking a bit of a risk to come here and live, and
yeah, I had to because I couldn't afford to have anything.
And what did your children think about you living out here, alone in this area?
I don't think they had any meaning about that, because at that time I had been divorced and they were, a little annoyed about that. Because it was their father that left me, so I was a little bit on my own. So I don't think at that time they thought anything. And in the morning, when the 4 or 5 people employed at that time, they came here and had breakfast together with me. So this was my privacy for some years.
And did you like it out here on your own?
Yeah, I liked having my own business. That was fun. And here we have the kitchen, which is one of our favorite products.
The main idea of this shelter is we have 75 years of experience with products, and we wanted to bring that mindset into building a house. This is where you sleep, and then of course a kitchen here, and then also a dining area. We wanted our function to be very manual, something very natural and very mechanical and very simple. Kind of like our bin from 1939, which is very manual. You just have a pedal here and you open, and then there's some mechanics inside.
One of the very old ones are here.
Well, the bin is your iconic piece.
Yeah, absolutely, because that was the one we started with. And that was the one my father made. This is my father and my mother. My mother started the hairdressing salon. She asked him to make a bin, and it should be a pedal bin because she didn't want to touch it. So he invented the bin for her on his little factory, which was placed in the backyard where I'm born. Metal turning factory. I was born here, and he said when I was born, oh no, not another girl. Because he thought, well, it couldn't go on with his factory.
Did she soon stop the hairdressing salon once the bins were going?
No. He earned more money than my father. He didn't earn anything. His factory was very small. It never raised a lot. So my mother, she earned the money. She was a better businesswoman than he was.
You take after your mother.
No, I don't know. Hi, Niels. Morning.
Yeah.
So this is an old printing company. When we came here, it was because I had, at that time, 20 years ago, no money, and it was cheap here, very cheap. So for the last 20 years, it has been developed, and I was so lucky to come here before it was developed. So we bought it as a ruin. This was a book printer, so they were here for 100 years.
Up until you bought it? You came, knocked on the door?
In a way, because this area was a dirty area and no one really wanted to buy it. If I tell you the price today, you would say, oh, you couldn't even buy a 2-bedroom apartment in Copenhagen for that. This is how it was looking. These other pictures from the yard. This is from the back here. It was used for repairing cars. And when we bought it, our friends, they came by and they said, what the hell are you doing? So you can see this was a very old stable, and we turned that into being a concert hall. So on the bin here, yeah, that's Händels Messiahs. De har været inde. And you can see we have had a lot of fun with the bins.
Do you have a design background?
No, I'm a social worker. You know, when you're born with this garbage can, my father, when he passed away, and I thought it was a pity that the bin should die with him. So I decided that I took over. He passed away. The company at that time was only one man. So it was a small company. I was making the bins myself. So I have been a metal turner for a period.
Really?
Yeah, because I had no money to employ anyone. And then from having only the bin, I added the toilet brush. And then it became a little easier to go into the bathroom shops and say, well, this is a set. Because at the beginning, the furniture shops, they said, this is a dentist bin, which we are not interested in selling. So you go away. So I invented the toilet brush. Then I could sell it as a set for private use. I can tell you about this insert here. The measurement of this insert is right the same as a tube outside the house where the water runs down. A pipe,
Like
yes.
a drain pipe right there.
A drain pipe, yes. And because a tooling for plastic is very expensive, I couldn't afford to buy a tooling. So I went out and bought pipes and made them, you know, and put the bottom into it. So the reason why this has this measurement is because of the tube, the pipe. But later on we have made
Its own thing.
but it's still the same measurement. This is the new building. There was former an old garage here. If you see the rooftop, it has been set up one brick after each other, like in old stables. And here we have the kitchen about 10 years after we had launched the bin. We wanted to invent new products. Two very important things is that it's on legs and it's a steel tabletop, which you can clean up like in a hospital or and you can clean underneath because it's on legs. And you can see it's with rubber inside.
But that's the point. It's supposed to be used and easy to clean.
Absolutely. This is for use. The bin had been more and more famous now after I took over 20 years ago. So instead of only bringing the bins to use in professional use, I asked the furniture shops if they would like to sell it. And after many years, we sold a lot, then invented the kitchen. So this is another take of the kitchen.
Okay.
And now we said that now you can buy a kitchen for your Vipp bin. I don't think you can see anything here which is not Vipp. So we have invented everything here.
So you've moved into now lamps and furniture and yeah.
Outside furniture as well. This one over here, that is a pencil factory. Over there you can see more old industrial use, but it's turned into be something else today. And this is kindergarten.
When you came, there weren't many others doing what you were doing.
No, it was industrial. I mean, no one lived here because it was too dirty, and there were no kids here at that time because no one lived here. So the spot here is made for all the new family.
So you were taking a bit of a risk. What made you think that this area could change?
I didn't think about that because I was just thinking that it was cheap. The kitchen again. And here you see some new stuff as well. This is a bread box, lamps. We just invented it together with some Japanese paper makers.
And this was originally...
There was nothing up here except for rats. So it was all dark, no light at all. No light, not at all. It was absolutely dark, and I came up through a hole in the bottom here, and there was nothing. Really nothing. And there was a rooftop here, so it was small and yeah. So we like this very open space and very light, yeah. And the kitchen, which you have seen before.
When you first did this kitchen, was anyone else doing metal kitchens?
No, don't think so. It's easy to clean. After a while, people got used to that you could have a kitchen in steel.
So you wanted to keep it as simple as possible. It feels like that's...
Consistency, you have your salt and pepper, is this same as the buttons.
This is the same as this one. And you saw it, it's the same as the little knot on the lamps. So you can see this as well. This is the same.
Same thing.
Yeah. And on this bottom you can see another thing. This is the same as on the pedal, on the bin. This rubber thing. It's nice to have it simple and clean, you know. So this is the bathroom furniture.
So the bathroom furniture came after the kitchen?
At the same time, yeah, because it's the same idea of steel and rubber.
Because that's functional. Rubber's easy to clean.
Yeah.
And at the bottom of the soap dish, do you see that same again?
Yeah. So the rubber ring is the same as the rubber ring there.
Oh, of this?
Yeah. Yeah, this is a...
Is that a laundry?
Yeah.
It's the same. And then the rubber again?
Yeah, the rubber ring here.
Yeah.
And on wheel.
Yeah.
This is, in a way, my life. A roller coaster, yeah. I started in here and I spin. So this is a laboratory. This is prototypes.
And do you continue to create new products?
Yeah,
And are you involved in it?
yeah.
Yeah. Here you see some of the original.
But it's not a matter of an original because it's just, we have been continuing producing them. It had never stopped producing. So it's not more or less original. It's just what it is from the beginning. And the only thing that has been changed, not in my lifetime, but in my father's lifetime, was the lid. Because the lid was turned up. There was like a lid going a little bit more like this. And it was because it was handmade. After the war, it was possible to have a machinery that could press it up in one piece. So from 1950 or something, the lid had this. So it had never been changed ever since 1939. Oh, that's a story, yeah. It's a long way.
You don't seem you are planning to retire, you're just enjoying your work.
Yeah, but you should know my age, so I should actually retire due to my age.
Look young. It's all that swimming in the cold water.
Yeah, that might be the swimming in the cold water.